Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. This is Jay. Welcome to From Heroes to Icons. This is our must-have comic book list. These are for the comic books coming out on September 16th, next week. Don't have a lot to talk about today, but glad that you guys are engaging me in my live videos, and we have an abundance of Chinese comic books we have been buying. And my LCS has, I believe he bought 4 cases of comic bags from Comic Books Pro Line, so shout out to Bueller for that. And we do have some recommended reading, which I'm trying to do every week. And what I recommend this week is a short mini-series called Skyborn, written and drawn by Frank Cho. Has a little bit of Arthurian legend thrown into it, but into modern times. It's pretty dope. Can't argue with Frank Cho's artwork, and it's always good to have something new to read. Very easy book to find. He has a trade paperback for that, and like an ultimate hard version cover trade paperback also. And for this week, there's not a lot of different type of books I'm getting, so I'm gonna be melding Image, Indies, and Boom Studios all together. So we're gonna jump right into that. First off, we're gonna have Big Girls #2, written and drawn by Jason Howard, and we all like them big girls. Bleed Them Dry #3 by Elliot Rawl and Dakai Ruan. Dakai Ruan is doing both cover A, I believe, and cover B. Finger Guns #5 by Sobs Cooper and Val Haverson. Then we have one of my favorites, Once and Future #11 by Karen Gillian and Dan Mora. Seven Secrets #2 by Tom Taylor and Danielle Niculio. De Niculio is doing cover A, and Miguel Mercado is doing cover B. New book from Image Comics, Stillwater #1 by Chip Zdarsky and Mike Spicer, and cover A is by Ramon Perez. Moving over to Marvel Comics, we have the Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21, the Facsimile Edition, which is the wedding of Peter Parker and Mary Jane. The Amazing Spider-Man, The Sins of Norman Osborn #1 by Nick Spencer and Federico Vincentini. Cover A is by Ryan Otley, cover B is by Jose Maria Casanovas, and cover C is by John Tyler Christopher. Captain America #23 by Tanase Coates and Bob Quinn. Cover A is by Alex Ross, and cover B is the Timeless cover by Alex Ross. Excalibur #12 by Tiny Howard and Marcus Toe. Cover A is by Mahmoud Asrar, and cover B is by Marco Mastrazo. We have the Giant Size X-Men Storm #1, which is looking delicious. Jonathan Hickman and Russell Dunnerman are doing that. Dunnerman is doing cover A. Jen Bartel is doing cover B, and Alex Ross cover The Immortal Hulk #0 by Peter David and Al Ewing, Mike Mignola, and Adam Kubert. And we have one cover for that, and that is by Matea de Luis. The Immortal Hulk #37 by Al Ewing and Joe Bennett. Alex Ross is doing cover A, and we have a Timeless cover for cover B by Alex Ross. Iron Man Returns with #1 by Christopher Cantwell and Kafu. Alex Ross is doing cover A, which is a wraparound cover. Cover B is our Timeless cover by Alex Ross. Cover C is by Tenji. Cover D is by Weaver. Cover E is a Hidden Gems cover. Cover F is by Mark Brooks, which I think is a 1 in 25. Cover G is by, don't know who that's by, it's a design cover, it's a red and gold cover. And cover H is the blank variant. Next up we have Star Wars #6 by Charles Soule and Jose Jesus Saez, Cover A is by R.B. Silva. Cover B is by Chris Sprouse, that's the Empire Strikes Back variant. And cover C is the action figure cover that everybody's going crazy about. Star Wars Darth Vader number 5 by Greg Pak and Raphael Inco. Inhuck Lee is doing cover A, and Chris Sprouse is doing cover B. We have 3 True Believers this week. We have an X-Men True Believers, which I think is the first appearance of Havoc, Magic, and a New Mutants. Thor number 7 by Donny Cates and Aaron Cooter. Cover A is by Oliver Copel, and cover B is by Nick Klein. X-Men number 12 by Jonathan Hickman and Leno Francis Yu. Cover A is by Francis Yu. Cover B is by Peach Momoko. And cover C, super fire, is by Mark Brooks. Marvel Snapshots X-Men number 1. And that is by Jay Idion and Tom Riley. The Hellions number 4 by Zeb Wells and Steven Sokovia. Cover A is by Chris O'Halloran, and cover B is by Gomez. Last book, I believe, from Marvel is Venom 28 by Donny Cates and Juan Gideon. Cover A is by Jeff Shaw. Cover B is by Stegman. Cover C is by John Boy Myers. Cover D is by Alex Gardner. And cover E is by Cale New. Next up, we're going to go over to DC Comics. We have Batman 99 by James Tynion IV and Jorge Jimenez. Jimenez is doing cover A. Derek Chu is doing cover B. And Jimenez is doing the design cover of Nightwing. Nightwing is back. Batman's Grave number 10 by Rowan Ellis and Brian Hitch. Hitch is doing cover A, and Arthur Adams is doing cover B. Catwoman number 25 by Ram V and Juan Ferreira. Joel Jones is doing cover A, and Lee Bermejo is doing cover B. Anniversary book this week, Detective Comics 1027. I guess is the 1000th appearance of Batman. And that is by Morrison, Snyder, and Bendis, with art chores by John Romita Jr., Ivan Reyes, and Brad Walker, among others. Here we go. Cover A is by Annie Kubert. Cover B is by Lee Bermejo. C is by J. Scott Campbell. D is by Stanley Archer and Lau. Cover E is by Frank Quietly. We have a Jim Lee cover, a Jim Chung cover, a cover by Oliver Copel, a cover by Gabriel Dell'Otto, a cover by Adam Hughes, a cover by Mark Silvestri, and a blue blank variant also. And they are Torpedo Comics, and I believe another comic book store has variants of their own. Justice League number 53 by Joshua Williamson and Exeter Monaco. Cover A is by Liam Sharp, and cover B is by Ben Oliver. We have Teen Titans number 45 by Robbie Thompson and Eduardo Pansica. Bernard Chang is doing cover A, and Kari Randolph is doing cover B. One of them is cover B. Alright, that's it for this week. Let's move on over to our covers of the week. Of course, we're going to pick one of the Detective Comics books from 1027, the Oliver Copel cover. Iron Man number 1, the Mark Brooks cover. Giant Size X-Men Storm number 1, the Jen Bartel cover. X-Men number 12, the Mark Brooks cover. And I thought this was coming out this week, but it's not. So I will save that for later. But let's just keep Mark Brooks's X-Men 12 for the cover of the week. Alrighty. For our books of the week, Detective Comics 1027 by various artists and writers. Batman 99 by Tynion and Jimenez. Iron Man number 1 by Cantwell and Cafu. Once and Future number 11 by Gillian and Mora. And our book of the week is The Immortal Hulk 37. And that is by Ewing and Ewing. Alright. That is it, people. Had to make it quick. In school at home for me. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this super quick video. I will catch you at the same bat time and at the same bat channel. Peace.